Sir Topham Hatt's Birthday Surprise. On the island of Sodor, Sir Topham Hatt is very proud of his engines. He likes them to be on time, puffing proudly and always helping each other to be really useful. One day, Thomas was at Elsbridge to take on water. He had taken the passengers home from routes and was feeling extra pleased with himself that he had been busy running around his branch line with Annie and Clarabelle. As he was filling on water, Thomas overheard the station master talking to his driver and fireman. "It was Sir Topham Hatt's birthday today," said the station master. "I remember that yesterday I saw it on my calendar back home." "Really?" questioned the driver. "Well, we never thought it was his birthday until now." "Yes, indeed," agreed the fireman. "Although he never told us he had a birthday every year, I think we must tell everyone about this, if there's any chance to have it." Thomas was thrilled to hear. So after a nice drink at the water tower, he raced to tell the other engines his news. "It's Sir Topham Hatt's birthday," he whistled to Gordon and Tidmouth. "Really?" asked Gordon. "I didn't know it was his birthday today." "Of course it is," tooted Percy when he arrived with Lady and Julie. "So how do you know it was his birthday, Thomas?" asked Lady. Thomas told Gordon, Percy, Lady, and Julie about the station master talking to his driver and fireman about it while he was taking on water. So he thought it would be best to tell the exciting news. "That's what I've heard about Sir Topham Hatt's birthday," he finished excitedly. "How wonderful!" exclaimed Julie. "Well, in that case," said Gordon, "let's surprise him with a party at Knapford." "What a good idea," agreed the voice. It was James, who had heard everything, then followed by Henry and Mary. "We can have it there at 3 o'clock, the red engine tooted. Julie and I'll go fetch the decorations," chuffed Percy. "I'll go pick up the cake from the bakery," tooted Lady. "I'll go pick up the ice cream from the factory," whistled Henry. "I'm too poor to decorate," said Gordon grandly. "Though I was once for the Queen's visit party. Now I'll deliver the passengers there for the party." And he steamed away. "Me and Mary will collect the presents," decided James. "And you must keep Sir Topham Hatt away from Knapford." "That's right," agreed Mary. "Whatever you do, Thomas, don't let him near there until the time is up." As the engines left Tidmouth, Thomas was worried. "Oh dear," he thought, "how am I going to do that?" Just then, at that moment, Sir Topham Hatt arrived. "Thomas, where is Henry? I need him to take me back to Knapford right away," he explained. "My car is broken down, so Butch took it to the soda recovery unit." Thomas knew that Henry and the other engines would be busy decorating the birthday party for Sir Topham Hatt to see the surprise later. But he knew he wouldn't let him go there until 3 p.m. Thomas had to come up with some excuses quickly. Well, Henry's busy pulling the train of scrap pieces from the smelters to the workshop on the mainland, sir," he stuttered and explained. "Well then, Thomas," said Sir Topham Hatt, "you must take me to Knapford." "Yes, sir," said Thomas. But he didn't know what to do. If he would take Sir Topham Hatt to Knapford, the surprise would be ruined. Thomas started along the line. He was going so fast that Sir Topham Hatt had lost the footplate. "Thomas, slow down!" he boomed. So Thomas did slow down, no matter what Sir Topham Hatt said. "I mustn't go any faster. I mustn't go any faster," he puffed to himself. Thomas, however, didn't know how slower he was going, and that made Sir Topham Hatt very cross. "Thomas, speed up!" he boomed. "Sorry, sir," peeped Thomas. "I was about to run dry, and I've got to go slowly to find the water tower." "Oh, are you?" Sir Topham Hatt replied questionably. "Well, make it quick, please. I need to be at Knapford soon." Meanwhile, all the engines had finished decorating the party at Knapford. Cakes, ice cream, food, presents, and the passengers were all delivered, and they're all very excited. "I can't wait to hear this when Sir Topham Hatt gets here," chuffed Gordon excitedly. "Me too," said Emma. "She'll love it," added Pip happily. "Thomas was doing his best taking him," put in Lady. "Although I wonder where you could be," chuffed Percy, looking at his funnel. "Who knows? He's probably too busy looking for some more trucks at the quarry," said Toby. "Or at the harbor," added Julie. "No, it's not that, Julie," snorted Daisy. "Look, it's almost 3 p.m. and Thomas isn't here on time before that," she gasped, looking at the clock. Then Richard had an idea. "Why not just look where Thomas is? They would just take Sir Topham Hatt here at the surprise party." "Good idea, Richard," replied Henry. "You'll do the honors." "Thomas is sure to be late," grunted Gordon. "Don't be silly, Gordon," laughed Emma. "Let Richard find Thomas and take Sir Topham Hatt with them away here at the party," chimed in Pip. Richard agreed with this as he set off to find Thomas. Out on the branch line, Sir Topham Hatt was getting impatient, and he didn't like having to wait all day for the blue tank engine to take him to Knapford. But then, before he could get cross, down the line was Richard coming up to Thomas. "There you are, Thomas," whistled Richard. "You better hurry. The clock has already struck 3. Where's Sir Topham Hatt?" Sir Topham Hatt's head stuck out of Thomas's cab. He took off his hat and waved. "He's been here with me all the time," explained Thomas. "Speaking of time," gasped Richard, we have got to get to Knapford immediately." Richard puffed off tender first, and Thomas raced after him. They veered along the tracks, speeding towards Knapford. Sir Topham Hatt was taken by surprise. "What on earth?" he gasped. "Thomas, I thought you were taking on water." "Sorry, sir," puffed Thomas. "I don't have time. I'm now following Richard along the way to Knapford, where I'm taking you." "Okay, but please, for goodness sake, slow down," called Sir Topham Hatt. "There's no time to slow down, Thomas," shouted Richard. "We'll be awfully late otherwise." Thomas agreed. Richard, Thomas, and Sir Topham Hatt pulled into Knapford, where all the engines cheered, whistled, and tooted to him. They wished him a happy birthday. Sir Topham Hatt was surprised when he jumped out of Thomas's cab. He saw the birthday cake with a medium-sized candle in it. "Well done, Richard," said Gordon. "You found Thomas," said Percy. "And Sir Topham Hatt," said Lady. "Well, I must say, this is the biggest surprise I've ever seen," Sir Topham Hatt said, delighted. "Thank you all so much. But whose idea is this?" he asked. Thomas spoke up. That's easy, sir, he said. I just explained to the engines that the station master Elsbridge was talking to my driver and fireman. So we all thought it would be nice to wish you a happy birthday, added Julie. That's right, put in Toby. Today's your birthday after all. I agreed, winked Gordon. Well, I don't know what to say, laughed Sir Topham Hatt. Thank you, everyone. You're all really useful edges for this surprise for me. And the engines tooted happily. For the rest of the day, everyone had a splendid time celebrating Sir Topham Hatt's party. Even his family, who were invited. Sir Topham Hatt opened all his presents, ate some food, including his birthday cake and ice cream. When the party was over, as the sunset appeared, the porters took down the banner, streamers, and the balloons. Everyone, including the Hatt family, cleared the table, saving all the food and the boxes and bags to take home. Sir Topham Hatt turned to the engines. It was the best surprise birthday party ever, said Sir Topham Hatt happily. It was, sir, really, replied Thomas. First of all was your mother's birthday at Titmouth. And now it was yours here at Knapford. It is at Knapford, laughed Percy. The surprise would have been ruined if I took you here at the party where the engines were still decorating, added Thomas. Well, it wouldn't, and you didn't, Gordon puffed, until the party was all set. And now it is over, whistled Henry. So it was time to go home. The Hatt family and the passengers said good night as they left the station, and some of them were taken home on Gordon's express. Thomas, Percy, Lady, Julie, and Daisy returned to their sheds and fell happily to sleep. Toby also returned to his shed for some rest, and Gordon, James, Henry, Richard, Mary, and the twins slept at Titmouth sheds, thinking about the party they made and celebrated.